to keep me and the Jamaica Labour Party firm and strong. I pray to God to give me the energy we need to keep Jamaica and our people firm and strong. Stand up, Labour Rights. Stand up for justice. Stand up for truth. Labour Rights are proud of their party.
In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. Jamaica, nobody fuss no, nobody fight. We did a for the labor right. No shaky boat because a woman will like. We did a for the labor right. The river come down green, it's so pretty and bright. We did a for the labor right. The way me love shower in a green, me baptize. We did a for the labor right. Right now me nah worry about visa. Can we have one of the greatest leader? Me nah run way, go a foreign like triple X and go beef gravel leg out a freezer. Out ya fit on green like Tracina. I will say no waste freeze for the teachers. We have the prettiest women like Anne-Marie Vaz and sexy Venetia. In the name of Jesus. In the name, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. Oh no, see center, my servant center. You know, St. James parameter. Our doctors in a use garbage bag, yo, does you go on like you no member. No blessings that flow like river. Every bad prayer return to sender. Dr. Cole and Blair teach drop out from when PNP never buy them no denture. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, we shall have a victory.
Good evening, Liberals, and good evening to all other comebacks watching this channel. Welcome to another episode of Political Hard Talk. I am your host, none other than the greatest Labourite alive. Good evening, my people. Good evening. Now, before we roll out the evening shoutouts, my people, I want to send massive big up to brother Mr. Vegas. You know, I've been using his victory song since he put it out as my intro. So, you know, you guys can find it on his Facebook. It is called Victory, my people. And, you know, go over there and see if you can download it and play it. See, we have some good news tonight. You know, I found out today that Jamaica is ranked amongst the fastest growing nation in the world. See? So, that is big news for us as a tiny, small island, my people. I also got a little bit of the debate that went down today in the House of Parliament hours ago. And I wanted to highlight some questions that Ian Scales asks my people. And I can't believe that the people of Western Westmoreland really elected this buffoon, you know. However, we are going to get into it, my people. Let's roll out the evening shoutouts. Jai McNeil, big up yourself, good evening. Balti, big up. Beverly Clark, big up. K Clark, big up. Verona, big up yourself. Jacqueline Chambers, big up. Caroline, big up yourself. Lisa Hall, big up. Kathleen, big up yourself. Joan Fabs, big up. Verona Brown, big up. Dahlia, big up yourself. Audrey, big up yourself. Marston Melody, big up yourself. Everton, big up. Monica Tennant, big up. Elaine McClarity, big up yourself. Kareen, Good evening to my beautiful wife. Good evening, baby. Good evening to the greatest slave, right? Politician Dujon. I big up Desreed. Mark, big up yourself, Mark. Christopher, big up yourself. Bertie, big up yourself. Hanif, big up yourself. A. Hutchinson, big up. Janet, Ashley, big up. Jerome, big up yourself. Cherryberry, big up. Natasha, big up yourself. Sonia, big up yourself, Sonia. Goddess, big up yourself. Nyran, big up yourself. Elements Grill, big up. Mike Johnson, big up yourself. Dalian, big up yourself. Victor, big up yourself, Father Victor. And I believe that is it. Good evening, my people. Good evening. So we're going to jump straight into it, the good news. So the Ministry of Tourism is about to launch, my people, an initiative to go into communities and, we're going to launch community tourism. So tourists won't just come to Jamaica anymore and stay in hotels. The government is going to pump some money into the system now and put some necessary things in place. So when tourists come, they can go to Trench Town, go look. They can go to Spanish Town, go look. They can come to Savlamar, go look on the clock tower. They can, just come out of the hotel and venture out in the city. See? And in the country in general. And look, so these are the partners that the ministry will be partnering with.
The ministry has established a high-level task force on local first. And this task force will be led by the Minister of State, the Honorable Tova Hamilton. Bring together key tourism agencies, the Tourism Enhancement, the Tourism Product Development Company, the Jamaica Tourist Board, the Jamaica Center for Tourism Innovation, the Jamaica Vacations Limited, and the Global Tourism Resilience and Crisis Management Center, along with critical partners from across the wide economy, including RADA, JAMPRO, JBDC, JMEA, and the local municipal corporations, among others. This will be a broad-based arrangement, and the consultations will begin shortly through the efforts of the task force.
Now, the minister announced that there will be consultation, and I'm going to play a clip. I want to listen to the question them where PNP them ask. I can't believe say the PNP then so done from Mark Golding go right back to all of them. See, there is nothing that is in stone yet. It is not. It was in the manifesto, and the minister said they'll be launching consultations. So that means nothing not concrete yet. See, so we're going to go to that clip. And I also, actually, I'm going to play the clip of the Prime Minister first. So let's listen to the Prime Minister first, and then we'll get back to that clip. Yes, Bertie, I cut off this morning because the live freeze, and I ask you if you not hear me, I not see nothing go on. So I mean any live this morning. See? Big up yourself, Sashan. Then join up in name them. Corinne, big up yourself. PB, big up yourself. Marie, big up yourself. See? Good evening. So let's go to the clip of the Prime Minister. Listen to this, my people. More good news.
I accepted the invitation to participate in the groundbreaking because it is important
big up, Mama Winsome,
to signal to the country that
Marcia, big up.
the investments that are taking place are not only or always led by our established investors.
Listen.
There are many, I would like to term them new investors emerging, a new class of entrepreneurs emerging in the country who are
I don't think any of them are PNP supporter, my people. Any of the new entrepreneurs, I think they are the PNP, them say nothing going on in the country and them not see no change. So I don't believe any of these new entrepreneurs are PNP. If any PNP is out there in YouTube land that is now an entrepreneur, I know you're not going to admit it. Because I don't want to admit to labor right, I cannot live good. See? But if you don't wish to tell the truth, present to yourself this evening. See?
driving the growth of the country. who see themselves as part of the vanguard of development. And I see
Big up Jack Killing.
Mr. Booth
No, we are big up.
as a leader in that new class of investors in Jamaica. And I want to identify, associate, and encourage these new investors who understand that the environment in which the government has created economic certainty, a proper regulatory environment, an environment where they can get access to credit, that they must take advantage of this environment and not necessarily sit by and wait for development to happen to them. That they must take their capital, they must take risks, they must be entrepreneurial, they must be prospecting, they must find the opportunity, and they must create wealth. And I therefore took the opportunity to participate in this groundbreaking because I wanted to highlight Mr. Booth as one such Jamaican, part of this new vanguard of investors in our country who are locally based, locally grown, people who have made themselves and are making and creating wealth, not just for themselves and their family, but for the hundreds of people they employ and the thousands of people who will benefit from using the service that they provide. The second reason for accepting the invitation to speak here today
should I say Tom?
is that so often we get complaints about this corridor. This corridor was improved maybe 20 years ago to carry a certain volume of traffic. The last time I received a report from NROC, I am told that the improvement that happened 30 years ago to take a certain volume of traffic, that today the volume of traffic is at least twice what the improvement could carry. Meaning that the current roadway does not have the capacity to carry the volume of traffic today, and in fact, the volume of traffic that is projected. So it means that there has to be significant investments in improving this road corridor. Now, when the investment was done to improve this road corridor more than 20 years ago, the idea was to create a highway. Indeed, that's what it was, a highway. But what has happened since? Draxall and communities along the corridor would have started to develop a particular energy. That's the term I like to use. A particular energy. An energy for urbanization.
Big up in Michelle.
And that has come because of a confluence of several developments, which, though planned, they were not coordinated. So, for example, along this corridor, there are several major housing developments. They're all planned. They meet the development orders. The parish councils would have approved them. But they bring a certain level of traffic. And the residents that are created would require a certain level of service. We've developed the North-South Highway that brings Kingston closer to Ocho Rios. So persons' decisions about where they should accept employment and how often they come and visit Ocho Rios or transact business between Montego Bay and Kingston would have increased the flow of traffic. And then there are several hotels that have been developed along the corridor. And then we notice as well that there are several commercial developments taking place along the corridor. So technically, what is happening on both sides of the corridor is the emergence of almost what I would call a new urban space that could very well emerge into a new town, a new urban center maybe, a new commercial zone.
All of that from the government just building a highway. PNP never had no ambition for we. PNP never had no ambition for we say them build a highway. Here long in Prime Minister say highway for build 20 years ago. And PNP could have built it because them broke pocket. And give away a whole lot of money to the beggar them. And they bomb them. We sit down on them butt. And now want to look work for paying and tax system. See? And look, since the government build a highway, look what emerged from it. Ambitious.
But clearly, the roadway in its present form cannot serve the new and emerging needs of this urbanized and commercial district that is emerging.
All right, so we're going to go to the parliament speech now, and Ed Bartlett will be answering to questions. I know some might have heard it already because our listeners and our viewers, they are very, informed as it relates to parliament. So big up yourself, Mama Winsome Radcliffe. Big up yourself, Guardia, Monica Tennant, Feline, Ivy, Anthony, Dorrit. Big up on yourself. See? So listen to this, my people. I really want to listen out to Ian Skills. I never know that's Ian Skills. I'm stupid. But anyway, we'll listen.
That have more new foreign-owned entities that are causing for lower prices, that are causing for a disbursement of investment, that have more new properties, that have greater brand recognition, especially in these markets that they're going after, that benefit from larger promotional budgets, and they are dwarfing the... Take out the next 3 minutes that he was debating. They are dwarfing...
You have to sit, member. House Leader, the member's time for speaking has finished.
House Leader, I think we should afford the same courtesy as
It doesn't work like that, House Leader.
How long did it?
House, the question is that the member be allowed 2 additional minutes to complete. Member, please use it wisely.
Yeah, the same, it doesn't work like that. The same courtesy is in texting. But that is fine. So thank you, Madam Speaker.
Member, please, this is not the best sitting to start these types of discourse. The minister gets more time than the member who is responding, who normally gets only 5 minutes. So the timing is based on nothing other than what is given in the standing orders and the leniency of the speaker. So you are giving leniency. Please do not allow anybody to distract you so you may complete in the time. Thank you, member.
Well, local first, Minister, let me, Madam Speaker, let me hurry up, should be extended as well to our small and medium properties that are...
So remember me telling you, say, there is consultation yet to go on. And the PNP is already saying that what should go in there and what should not go in there. They are debating as if it is live and already working, my people. And this is the illiteracy of the PNP and the inexperience of the persons who got elected. Even Damian Crawford should have known better because he had been there before. But we continue to listen, my people.
suffering, that are also most affected by competition from Airbnbs, and a program must be in place to sustain and to protect the existence and profitability of our small and medium-sized entities as well. We heard exciting news about the craft market. However, we have recognized that craft have dissolved into almost a retail industry, with Chinese craft being the most dominant presence in most of the things. We have seen that there's also very limited protection for design, to the point that persons that attended Edna Manley see no true benefit unless they have a place within the craft market, because their designs are not satisfactorily protected. Finally, because of the context of time, we would also want to recommend to you the Minister of Entertainment's conversation last week, where entertainment can be used as an attractor to Jamaica. We have been dependent on climate differentiation. That's why we call those coming from the north bird tourists. They fly south for winter. And you're now seeking to contribute to a new climatic.
So also entertainment is used as an attractor to Jamaica. It does. People fly in for Reggae Soundfest. They used to fly in for Sting. Artists come here, Rick Ross, Chris Brown, all kind of people come here and then come with crowd as well. And them one people follow behind them come. You have other big concert that happen in Jamaica. Can it happen on a wider scale? Yes. But it is happening already. So the PNP continue to argue about points that the government is already working at. See?
Differentiation for the summer months. But the summer months, entertainment can be used as a chief attractor. We can build out the Sumfests of this country. We can build out the entertainment brand that Jamaica has established, to use that instead of climatic differences as an attractor. So again, we congratulate you, Minister, and as well the industry. But we are acknowledging the challenges that we can face if local first is only a slogan and not implemented on behalf of the workers, of the small and medium-sized hoteliers, in particular the owners, and on behalf of the Juta tours and the taxi operators who have been squeezed out of the industry to this point. As well, we can't be giving all these work permits to persons that the skills exist in Jamaica to work in the hotels, including entertainment. Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thanks for being here.
I see you turning your mic up. I see you turning your mic up, but not on.
Madam Speaker, just to... Sorry. Yes, I just wanted to respond directly to the...
Big up in a Catley. If I say you pronounce it Catley, big up yourself. See?
Opposition spokesperson pro tem on, on the subject. Madam Speaker, the member raised some very important points, especially in relation to local first, because it is that reason and more why this concept and the strategy of local first is introduced. You recall that it was a manifesto indicator for the last election, that we were satisfied that because the industry had reached what we call the critical mass, that is now we are where there's a ratio of 1-to-1 visitor stopover to population.
When I hear that, there's a ratio of 1-to-1 stopover. So I want to remember that now, you know, and listen when Bucky Master stand up and talk now. Big up in the lifestyle politics. Good evening to my beautiful mother-in-law. Good evening, mommy. You're late. I'm bite out the next ching. Anyway, I'm going to listen.
And the big players of the world are now interested in you. The big investors are coming. And the models that are now being utilized relating to vertical and horizontal integration threaten the very basis on which we have driven the industry in the last 10, 15 years in particular. where our effort is to
Big up
have
to
a
Angela.
stronger retention
Big up yourself.
of the tourism donor in the local economy. And so the infrastructure required for that, we have been slowly putting in place, not sufficiently, Madam Speaker, and that we acknowledge small countries like ours have that problem. But we have trained more workers in the industry than any other government in the history of Jamaica. Trained and certified. I established the Jamaica Center for Innovation in 2017.
I want to listen to this, my people. Listen to this.
Which is a pathway certification facility to enable competent workers on the job who are not certified to be certified with international certification from the American Hotel and Lodging Education Institute, from the American Culinary Foundation. And since then, 25,000 workers of the tourism industry are certified with that designation. They can leave now and go anywhere to work. And the truth is that when we go to other countries and we go into hotels, we are shocked to hear, Minister, I come from Trelawney. I come from all over, because they have what we call portability. They are now able to peddle their wares with certification. They have stackable credentials that they can move around with the world because we have certified and trained them. We went into high schools, and now, last year, 358 students graduated from the 33 high schools that have a program that gives a certificate in hotel management and customer service, and in some levels, associate degree. We've gone further. Talk about the entertainers. We established the first entertainment academy that we are now training fit for purpose entertainment and entertainers for the industry, supported by local impresarios and local producers here, working with us to train them. DJs are certified DJs. We went further. We established the Gastronomy Academy. And 2 weeks ago, before I left for the market, we graduated the first 2 executive sous chefs in the history of Jamaica, 2 ladies who are now working at Hyatt Hotel in Montego Bay. You don't have to clap for that, but these represent the steps that we are taking to professionalize the industry and to deal with the issue of low salaries. Because it is not always by legislation. It's by building capacity to produce more, to add value, to be able to innovate in the workplace. And so it is answering the question that you raised. The last point that we want to make on this, Madam Speaker, but a little 101 is necessary sometimes.
So the government has gone even further in agriculture. I forgot to tell you. So the farmers now have an app that they can go on and directly. So the other day I was saying to you guys that if you're a farmer and you're not educated, you can get somebody in your family to represent you and represent you well. So the government has gone further now and they have launched an app for farmers, guys. And this app, the farmer can call a hotel directly. A farmer can show the hotel their crops directly, and the hotel can buy from the farmer directly. See? So the government has done that for farmers, and only local farmers alone can use it. No big foreign farmer can use it for sell to the hotels. Only local Jamaican farmers can use it. See? So we continue to listen to some of the happenings today.
To ensure that the right questions are asked.
No, Minister, you have 3 questions remaining, and it would not be a new statement by Minister. So there are 3 members waiting to also ask questions. The member from St. Andrew South will go first based on the fact that so many mics were on and off. And then Westmoreland Western, And last is the member from St. Mary's Central,
Big up
in
to
that
Mary,
order.
Thank you for your guidance, Madam Speaker. But Madam Speaker, it would be remiss of me if I did not answer the question in relation to seat support, because I do think that this is a very important consideration when members are trying to establish the cost of the market initiatives and also the cost of airlift into our space. So just to make the point that the new market of South America that we
Local first is a very good initiative. And, you know, anybody come up with the idea there, it's a very good idea. You know?
are now annexing. The airlines are all what we call scheduled
Big up in a user.
charters. And therefore the support that is needed from them is not seat support. It's marketing support, which is part of what we do. And so, to answer your question, there's no direct support for seats for these new markets. The final point that I wish to answer, Madam Speaker, is the issue of the small hotels.
I want to listen to Bucky Swamps now. Remember, me tell you, you know, say the minister say one in, one out. See? So, listen to Bucky Swamps after.
And the problems, we are responding to that. And we establish.
I don't know how they deal with Mark Golding. I tell you, I don't have patience. I stop talking to Mark Golding completely. When Mark Golding asks a question them, I wouldn't even get up to respond to it. That's how tired maybe I'm Mark Golding.
As you remember, $1 billion at Exim Bank, which has been on lent to small players, small hoteliers and small players at the lowest interest rates in the country. A total of $25 million a time to assist them in dealing with upscaling and building capacity to respond to some of the marketing challenges that they have today. May it please you, Madam Speaker.
Andrea, big up yourself. Joy German, big up.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Minister, thank you for your statement and for your response to the opposition's reply to your statement. I have two questions. One is relating to the 5x5x5 vision. You indicated that that began in 2020, so this would be the fifth year of the 5. And you say that Jamaica is firmly on course to achieving it, but you've said that the projected arrivals for this year, 2025, is 4.3 million, and that the earnings are projected at 4.6 billion US. Both of those are below 5 billion visitors and $5 billion. So I was wondering on what basis you say you're on course for achieving it. The other question I have.
So, if the minister is on course to achieve, see, 4.3 million visitors, see, and 4.1 billion US dollars, see, is that not close to 500, to the 5? Is that not close to the 5? Eh? Me want to ask you now, because it look like a me. Nah, understand. See? Anyway, we'll continue to listen.
Relates to the Jamaica, well, what do we call it? The local first concept, which really should have been the essence of our tourism policy from Jamaica first got into tourism. And I think the lack of focus on that has led to a model of tourism which now needs to be reoriented to be greater value added in our local economy. So we...
Mark always sounds so nervous like he's afraid. How do him? How much here in Parliament now? He can't normal out by this. Eh?
Certainly support this concept, and we've been espousing it as well. One of the vexed sectors, and there are several, but one of the vexed sectors I know is transportation in Jamaica, where there's a sense that the vertical integration of the larger players, foreign-owned players, are excluding local service providers in various areas and transport.
Me I drive and me I listen to it and me I say, you know, so me have to contact to about it tonight because I don't understand what Mark Golden talk, but me can't put what Mark Golden say together. What Mark Golden argue about my paper. Eh? If they say 5 in 5 and we get 4.6 million visitors and we just are going in a winter season, people are look place to go when the time get cold. We're not gonna achieve 5. A year not done. Eh? And I believe the year probably go from August to August, I believe. As it relates to tourism. Somebody can fact check me upon that. See? And if we are set to achieve 4.1 billion US dollars, we are close to the 5. A year not done. We can still why? Me don't know who no get him from. What Portia then go find this a demon and I can dash down pan in Jamaica. Eh? Mighty God.
Is one. I noticed that you have 6 technical working groups that are being established, but I don't see transportation mentioned in any of those. And I was wondering where they would fit in within that structure. And related to that, and this is a sort of fundamental question, is how far do you envisage us going in ensuring local first? Because, you know, there's exhortation at one end of the spectrum, and there is...
Who watch it today? When you see little girl them, when the camera go up on the little girl them I look and I say, what is somebody at that boy? Eh?
There's other methodologies of trying to force a situation to adjust because people will not otherwise adjust their behavior. And I want to know what level of commitment you have to that, because it will impact how far we are able to get along the local first mission. So those are my questions.
It looks so. Okay, Angia. December to December.
Members, there's a small challenge. If you turn your mic off and then you turn your mic on again, unfortunately, you are no longer in the sequence, which is why I announced the 3 persons based on when I saw their mics go on. Unfortunately, opposition leader had switched off his mic, but he was actually next. So I've turned on 3 mics and I realized that some of the members I saw, particularly the member from Westmoreland Western, his mic didn't come back on. So, members, and then you turned your mic off again. So just for the new members of Parliament, the mic system goes in order exactly who turned their mic on. The speaker does not operate the mics. So when your mic goes on first, then you will be the first person to speak. Second, you're the second. Third, then you would be third. So what should happen?
PNP done so till they can't work out the mic system, people. I don't know. I don't know my paper. I don't know. I do not know.
The person who is responding in statement by ministers, that's the person who should speak first, and then questions are asked after. All right? So I'm hoping everybody is now on target.
You want to listen to Ian Scales' speech?
No, the next member is the member from Westmoreland Western.
Minister, I think you're the... Minister, let me...
Ian Scales, who was a minister of cabinet, you know. And this is why we never get nothing done when he did a minister of cabinet. Ian Scales, who was a minister of cabinet and is now a shadow cabinet minister, don't know the rules and protocol in the House of Parliament. Can you believe it? When you listen to this.
First commend you.
Claudine, big up.
Who bought this?
Shine it, big up.
Good question.
Don't turn it off. Don't turn this off. No, should I turn it off? No, I turn it off and then you say we can't talk like a thief. The thief coming together.
Members, I won't repeat, but since persons who are up to speak turn their mics off, you are no longer in the queue. So for today, since it's a learning process, I'm asking everyone to turn their mic off.
I saw it, Philly.
And we will send out some notes just so that new members are comfortable with how the mic process works. The member from Westmoreland Western, you are first up. And only really one mic gives the best volume with the new system. Two mics don't necessarily make any adjustment. Thank you, member. You may proceed with your question.
I feel like a first timer. Minister, first let me commend you on the congrats.
Dog did not even acknowledge the speaker. We don't have the ambition. See it?
Actually, on the local first policy initiative. Minister, idea. Minister, I think you'd agree with me with Negrel's contribution to the overall national tourism product. But for local first to work, some things have to work first for the people in Negrel, the small operators.
Remember, you know, so the minister say, sometime this month, they are sending a whole team in there to consult the people them. See, in all 14 parishes in Jamaica, they must send teams in to go consult with the people them. So listen to this. Ian here's a tell you what he done, you know, and the minister say he might go consult with the people them already. Sometimes I don't know, brother. It's like they sit down there but they're not here. You know?
It has the citizens that work within the tourism industry. And I'll go through some things here and I'd want your feedback.
The minister also said, I don't know if you know here, but they have made $1 billion available to small hoteliers in Negril and all over Jamaica. They can jar down $25 million each.
The infrastructure in Negril needs to, if it's local first.
Yes, he was.
The local players in the market, they speak of the infrastructure in Negril. It needs to upgrade, it needs to look presentable, it needs to more or less look as if it's world class or other sections of Jamaica. Number two is they speak also
So listen to this, the speaker I tell him say, he need to ask a question and not make a statement. I guess so. He would make the same statement in a question form. How do you listen to this?
They speak in terms of the beautification of Negril. Minister, you can't have local first for the people of Negril if we don't deal with the bottleneck.
Member, we'll have some challenges when I am sitting in this chair as speaker.
Okay.
You are to ask a question. Your time for making a statement is only 5 minutes, and that is allowed to the person who is responding to the minister. Other than that, each person allowed in respect of questions afterwards in keeping with standing orders 11A and 17 subsection 2 must ask a question.
Thank you, Madam.
Listen to this,
Minister,
listen to this though and tell me if I the same thing when they just rushing boat easy. Listen to this, my people. And this is why I tell you say PNP they duds bad. But anyway, listen.
Update on the following. The bottleneck in Lucy, which is preventing the hotel operators in Negril, both small and large, in terms of attracting more visitors to Negril. That's number one. Question two, the beautification of Negril. Question.
By the way, the beautification of Negril the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation is responsible for that, my people. So Ian Scales is just there pandering because he knows the camera there on him. And if people them in Westmoreland are going to see him and say, see me MP, them vote for see me ask question there. But it is the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation that is responsible for the beautification of Negril. And the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation is run by the PNP, my people. Boy, listen further.
The upgrade of the infrastructure in Negril. And question 4, which I'd like to ask you is, could it be that Negril could be marketed as a by itself?
If you ask a question, do you say could or do you say would? See, would or could? Because if you say could, you know, tell me something, you know. And if you say would, you ask me something. See? So it don't look like them people really go to school to me. By the way, we continue to listen.
For standalone, to benefit the people of Negril who have suffered so long. And Minister, in terms of this local first, how does it fit with the overall strategy of those operators in Negril now who are operating and find it difficult when you speak in terms of the amount of stopovers, the amount of visitors, and Negril still not feeling the impact of the amount of visitors that is coming on our shores in Jamaica, the small operators?
You hear the question, people. You hear the question.
Chris. Minister, could you give me a question of the amount of visitors that is coming? The upgrade of the infrastructure in Negril. And question 4, which I'd like to ask you is, could it be that Negril could be marketed as a by itself, a standalone?
Could it be that Negril could be marketed by itself as standalone? No, if we don't see the dying child this evening, my people, does anybody know of a secondary Negril in Jamaica? You don't know of a Negril number 2? You don't know of anywhere else in Jamaica called Negril? Eh? Boy, it rough, my people. I don't know what we are going to get with them people. I don't know what we are going to get with them. Me ask you as a question, me ask you, you know. Me ask you if you don't know of a secondary Negril. You don't know of somewhere else in Negril somewhere else in Jamaica that is called Negril number 2. That is marketed with Negril number 1. You don't know of it? Anybody can tell me? Oh, the nose of it, my people. The nose of it. Mighty God of Tiger. Anyways, my government have since 2020, have trained up to 550,000 young people. Young persons trained by the Heart Trust, NSTA. See? So that is still growing, my people. We're going to get some new numbers soon, and I reckon it is over 600,000 by this. And people are taking the opportunity to go to heart and learn something. And it is incumbent upon all of us, my people. If you're there in your community and you see no little girl in your community or no little boy, we're arguing in our community, you can bring them aside and, you know, talk to them. You can help them sign up for heart as well. You can go with them down at the office to help them sign up. But in order to go to heart, you must be literate. You must be functioning literate, my people. You must be able to read at least. See, because you have to sit and look at tests. Right? So you can be able to sign your name at least. You know, there are also persons who go out in the field and go on work sites and go in workplaces and certify you then and there, but you still must be able to at least spell and sign your name, right? So they are looking out for stuff like that, my people. But all in all, Jamaica is in a good place. I got some good news for the morning, for your morning life. One of Jamaica's, something that was in Jamaica that PJ had sold off, our government has gotten it back or is getting it back, and it is going to benefit our country significantly. See, we have lost billions of dollars because we have lost billions of dollars to foreign entities because the PNP had sold it, and we are getting it back. So we'll be talking about that in the morning, my people. See, so that a look ahead at my people. I'm going to love you and leave you. And I'll soon early morning. I'm going to take one paracetamol and dive in my bed. See? So I'm going to soon 6 a.m. a morning. Don't be late. Anybody late, me bite out on the neck ching. Big up all 357 persons who is here. Big up all 122 persons that gave me a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. And I will soon in the morning, shower labor rights.